Jiggy cat on a damn feeling spree. This is not good, so and you can't mimic my energy. 100 rounds drawn and me hanging like a centipede. Hey everyone, it's me Nagato's Adventure. I hope you guys are having an awesome day for today. As the title states, I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation 4's SEMI-Testkit / Devkit updater, and this will be a installation guide for me as well. This program is also known as, or this homebrew I should say, is known as CEX2SEMI-DEX, and mind you, this is only for 5.05 systems only. So if you're on something like 7.02, 6.50, you cannot do this. If you even on 1.76 or 4.05, I think for this process you need to be on 5.05 firmware. But with that getting out the way, there are some other things and prerequisites I do want to get into. So first things first, right here, I just want to note that this is a proof of concept, so this is not an official release. So basically this program is still in its alpha / beta stages, you could say. As well, once you install this onto your PS4, you will get a message that will basically state an agreement. So if something does happen while like updating, me neither are the devs are responsible for any damages that this homebrew may cause to your console or HDD. So once you accept that agreement, you should already note that that is one of the risks you take. Mind, I've already tested this program out about 6 times as of last night, as other multiple times when the developers were creating this, so you should be fine, as other people in the scene have tested this out on their PlayStation 4 Slims, their regular PS4s, and I'm doing this on my 5.05 PlayStation 4 Pro. So me personally, I think y'all guys are good. But with that being out the way, there's some other things that you should know. This won't allow you to get online or play games that are higher than 5.05 firmware. So unfortunately, this doesn't, allow your system to do this. Another thing you should know, take this as a quote-unquote theme, and it's just basically a UI change. So it's just for people who want to give their PS4 kind of a like theme look. For like your PS4 is basically a Devkit or Testkit. No, you will have like debug settings at the home screen. I'll show you more of that in the video once we get set it up. But with that being out the way, some of the options, and I'll show you guys on once we install the program. You could flash to Devkit, you could also flash to Testkit, as well as revert back. So if you don't want to stay on with like the basically the Devkit settings, I should say, you could revert back to regular retail. But with that being out the way as well, we're going to get started on today's prerequisites. Any of the stuff I state will be in the link in the description down below, just like any of my other videos, and any useful links and guides or written tutorials will be in the link in the description down below. So of course you need a modded PlayStation 4 that is on 5.05. Note, like I stated before earlier, you can't do this on firmware higher than 5.05. For today, I do want to recommend to use Al-Azurus DNS or Al-Azurus WebKit host exploit website, only due to the fact that I know other exploit hosts and WebKits may have issues for this process. So you need to run this version of hen via on Al-Azurus, because I was having trouble with PS4's exploit host, and it was giving me major issues on the PlayStation 4, and I was or I had like kernel panicking issues. So just to avoid any issues for this process, just make sure to follow all of the directions. I will have a card or a little picture right now of what website I use for this process for Al-Azurus. So once we get down to the PS4 side of things, I'll show you what to type in. But for this process as well, you need this PKG file. This is the SEMI-Testkit updater. I'm not going to read all of the that text on the screen since it's a lot. You also need a USB stick that is either formatted to FAT32 or exFAT. I do recommend, just anytime you're dealing with the PlayStation 4, have a USB that's at least 32 gigabytes or more. But with that being all out the way, I do want to give a special thanks out for Lightning Mod for giving me this to beta test once this was creating around in the scene. But with that being said, if you need any help on this process, you can feel free to join my Discord. But let's go ahead and get started on the PC side of things and get this set up. Alrighty guys, assuming that you did follow all the prerequisites as stated in the intro, we're going to go ahead and get started on the PC side of things first. Once again, I do apologize if my intros are too long. I just like to go into great detail before even getting started on the PC or PS4 side of things, so everyone's on the same page. But nonetheless, what we're going to do is go into the link in the description down below. I'll have this file right here. This is the actual update and testkit/devkit file, all you gotta do is right click over it, go into properties, verify that your file is 949 megabytes in size. But once you have this onto your desktop or your downloads folder, all you need to do as of right now is just open up a folder or go to your file explorer. And then what you need to do is go ahead and plug in a USB and just right click over it. And then what we're going to do is verify the properties of our USB. So mine is already on FAT32. If your thing is on NTFS, you basically need to reformat your hard drive. So either if your thing is on FAT32 or exFAT, you're good to go. But if it's not, you basically need to reformat. So what you need to do if it's on NTFS is to back up any data on your USB drive. Just put it to your side of your desktop or another USB, because anytime you reformat your hard drive or USB, it will erase all of its data. But once you either backed up your data, or if you don't even care about it, if it's like a new hard drive or USB, all you got to do is right click over it, go into format. You will have these three options. So if your thing is originally on NTFS, that means you could, toggle into exFAT or FAT32. So in this case, I'm just going to be using FAT32. Allocation unit size, I'm going to default. Volume label, you can name it anything. So I'm just leaving mine blank. Make sure you have quick format on, hit start, and then you'll get this little notification just stating what I just stated. So formatting will erase all data on this disk. Just notify that, hit OK. So once you hit OK, it will erase all your data. Depending on how large your USB is, it may take a little longer, but once it's fully done as showcased here, you will get this little notification saying that the format is complete. Just hit OK, minimize out of this, go back into your file explorer. Once you go back to USB, either if you formatted it to FAT32 or exFAT, it will say your file system right here. So mine is on FAT32. Assuming that yours is on FAT32, all you have to do is pretty simple. Just drag this onto your root of your USB and just let it do its thing. What I'm going to do is just let it copy over. I'll cut the video here. Once it's on our USB drive, what we're going to do is go to the PlayStation 4 and then get it fully installed, and we're going to run hen. Alrighty guys, so as showcased here, my file has successfully transferred over to the USB. Once yours is done as well, you can just minimize out this folder, go back into your hidden icons right here, go to safely remove drive, and then you want to always safely remove your USB drive, because if you just pull it out, that can corrupt your files. As of right now, what we need to do is plug in our USB to our PlayStation 4, and then I'll meet you guys on the PS4 side of things. Alrighty guys, so as showcased here, I'm basically back onto my PlayStation 4. What you need to do now is just verify that your USB stick is in either slot on your PS4. I am on my Pro, so what we're going to do now is just go into our internet web browser. I know you may be using another WebKit exploit host, but the website right here where it says https //ITHAQUA thegate or .thegate.network/, make sure to go onto that specific website, because this is where the Al-Azrus exploit host is located from. If you have already Al-Azrus DNS via to your catch website, just go ahead and use that as well. But what we're going to do is basically go to 5.05, since we're on that firmware right here. We're going to go and run hen version 1.8. You can run any version of hen, but if you just want to follow along and not run into any issues, you could go ahead and run hen 1.8. Once it's ran onto your console, you'll get a little notification on the left side of the screen right now. So it says welcome to hen. So once you see that, that means you're basically good. Just to verify that hen has ran as well, just go into your settings, go into, or scroll all the way down to debug settings, go into game, package installer, and now you should see the actual package file. So just wait for it to do its thing. It may take a little while since it's almost 1 gigabyte in size, but hopefully it won't take too long. So what I'm going to do is just pause my voice out right here, and then once it's fully installed, I'll explain what we need to do from there. Alrighty, so it's fully done as of right now. What we're going to do is just hit circle back onto our controller, get back into the main menu. As of right now, here's what the program should look like. It's just a updater, proof of concept. All you got to do is just run it. You should see like the little blue homebrew screen. And then once you're in it, you'll have these three options. So depending on what you want to do, you can flash to Testkit or Devkit. For example, I'm just going to flash to Devkit since I want to do that. And this is what the warning I was telling you about earlier in the intro. So I'll just read it to you here. So for anything that may happen to your console or your HDD as a result of this tool, this program, because of its nature, can cause unfixable damage. And the developer is just stating we are not responsible for anything. So make sure as of right now, do not turn off your system, or you can, mess up something, either your hard drive or your PS4, and just say you have been warned. Either press X to agree or circle to go back. Just go ahead and hit agree. What it's doing is basically extracting out all of the Testkit and Devkit files onto your system X partition, or that folder I should say. So just let it do its thing, and then once it's fully done, it will shut off your PS4. So don't worry, it didn't brick or anything. And then what should happen once you turn back onto your PlayStation 4, you'll be good to go, and then you'll be able to actually boot up, and you'll see the actual Devkit little UI, or UI change I should say. So right now it's just extracting all of its contents out, and then I'm just waiting for it to shut down. Once it shuts down, I'll cut off the video and then turn my PS4 back on, and then y'all guys will see from boot that everything is a-okay. Actually, now looking at this, I didn't realize how many files I extracted, so it may take, I don't know, like 1 to 2 or 3 minutes for it to do its thing. But like I said, don't back out of this at all. Just leave your PS4 controller on standby and just wait for it to do its thing. Alrighty, so my PS4 just shut off as of right now, so you wouldn't see anything on the screen. What I'm going to do is restart my PS4 back up, and then you'll see the new Devkit stuff on my PlayStation 4. Alrighty guys, so as showcased here, here's the PlayStation 4 booted back up. So I just turned it back on. I'm just waiting for it to do its thing. So as of right now, here is the PS4 trying to boot back up. So let me turn on my controller, and if you notice right here in the left hand corner, you see that I have like the little UI difference, like if this was an actual Devkit. If I scroll all the way to the left, you can notice that I have debug settings, app home data, app home host, and also have the store preview. I'm not too sure if the app home stuff works, I doubt it. But one cool feature is you can access your debug settings from the actual menu here, instead of going to, for example, if I go into your settings via right here. One cool thing about this whole thing as well, it is permanent unless you like revert back. But what we're going to do is just open up internet browser. We're going to use the same website once again. So I'm just using this link right here. You could either pause the video and then just use this URL to rerun hen. But as of right now, I'm just going to back out from here, and we're going to test just that some games are working. Let's try RetroArch, for example. And kind of a side note off, if you guys are interested on how to install RetroArch onto your modded PlayStation 4, I will have a card right now, and you basically could follow that tutorial. But here is Street Fighter running just fine. Let me go ahead and just show everything is running fine. What we're going to do is also test a payload. Oh, not too sure why that didn't run, but that's just a RetroArch issue. Let me go to, just click any game real quick. Let's do Crash Bandicoot right now. All right, so I'll just show you right now that everything is running just fine via just with any other homebrew. I'll test out a PlayStation 4 title so you guys can see that fake packages still works on this as well. So I'm just waiting for Crash Bandicoot to boot up. So here's Crash Bandicoot. Probably you'll start hearing the audio soon. So yeah, here's Crash Bandicoot well and running on the PlayStation 4. So let me go ahead and back out from the screen, and we're gonna go out and test out another game. So just to show you that this still works with other PS4 titles. I don't know, we could do, I don't even know what game we could play. All right, we could do Kingdom Hearts, for example. So I'm showing you that Kingdom Hearts is still running well on this, so fake packages will still work. We just already tested homebrew, so you see that the game is booting just fine. I'm not gonna run the full game, but you get the idea. One other thing we're gonna test as well, if I go into my user guide, I already have PS4R here, but we're just gonna see if payloads work. So I'm gonna use a FTP server payload, and if on the left side of the screen you'll see that the actual notification is fully done. So all you would have to do now, well, you can see that everything is working fine. But let's say, for example, you do not want to actually stick with this dev kit and you want to flash back. All you have to do is open up the proof of concept PKG file as well, and then you can just convert back to retail by pressing X. So I'll show you guys right here by pressing X, by hitting agree. And then what it's doing now, just leave your PS4 on as before. What it's doing is replacing its original retail files into the System X folder directory on your PlayStation 4's hard drive. So it's replacing the Devkit stuff with the original stuff. So it created basically a backup. So what I'm going to do now is just mute my mic, show on the screen what it's doing, and then turn back on my PlayStation 4 just so you could, see the full process of this. Alrighty, so as of right now, you see my PlayStation 4 back up on the screen. So it just restarted, or I just restarted it back up after I reverted back. So as of right now, you won't see any of the debug stuff that you'll see once you flash the dev kit. So everything will be reverted back and everything will be normal. So what I'm going to do here once it boots up is to run back hen, and then I'm just going to run any program. So let me just go and run hen, but you can see my PlayStation 4 is just fine. I just need to run hen to get my homebrew working. So here's hen running just as of right now. I'm using the Al-Azris DNS, or the WebKit exploit. So if I go back into, I don't know, we could do a PlayStation 2 title. So let's do Midnight Club 3 Double Edition Remix, why not? And you could see that everything is running just fine as if nothing happened. So yeah, this is a full guide on how to basically flash from Testkit or Devkit, and as well as how to revert back. So if you guys are interested on doing this, you could follow this guide and you'll be all good to go. But with that being said, my name is Nagato's Revenge and I'm signing out. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. Hey everyone, it's me, Nagato's Revenge here. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. With that being out the way as well, I highly do recommend that y'all guys go ahead and follow my social media so you never miss any of the latest hacking guides and tutorials on my channel by subscribing to me and hitting that notification button as well. It's another method on how you will know when I drop my latest content, whether it be for the Vita, PS4, PS3, and such and so forth. As well, if you want to be in the mix of things and you want to join my official community, you can join via the link right now showcased on the screen and join my Discord that way. And if you do want to support my channel in any shape or form, you could become a patron. I will have a card right now. But with all of that getting out the way, hope you guys really did enjoy this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Nice and silky smooth.